Hey, it's Ryan with Goodwin Racing, and want to show you the Blackbird Fabworx RZ roll bar for the NC. It's SCCA approved. That's first of all a big deal. You can get them in a standard black powder coat, or you can do custom colors. The roll bar that Blackbird made for us for this particular car is in their signature blue, Blackbird Fabworx blue. But you'll see a custom color option on our website. You just select that. You can contact us ahead of time if you've got a really specific color in mind. There are some colors, things with like a pearl or metallic or something that may actually cost more, but we can work with you and figure out the closest match to kind of what you're envisioning. But that's a really cool option that you can add on to your roll bar purchase if you want to make it a little more unique or personal. A lot of the features that make the bar so nice, I actually can't really show you. They're under the plastics and down where everything is mounted, but when you get this bar and you start unpackaging it, the quality level is immediately clear. There's a lot of little tabs and brackets. They really spent a lot of time making sure that anything that gets removed and then needs to clip in place and everything, there's a tab, there's a spot for that to clip or mount. There's accommodations for all of that stuff, so you don't suddenly have a bunch of panels that you're like, I'd like to have it look clean and look like a street car still, but the panels just flop around because all your mounting is gone, which is a problem with some other roll bars, some cheaper options. So that's really nice. The biggest thing about this bar though that just sets it above and beyond any of the other options is the amount of space that this takes up. If you take the, it's kind of hard to show, I mean you just see the top going up and down, you wouldn't be able to see it very easily, but if you take this top and you put it up and down and you watch the armature of the folding top pass by the bar, you'll see that at the top and at the corners, this bar is, the top is a millimeter from the, or the bar is a millimeter from the top, and at the corner it's a millimeter from that armature as it goes through its range of motion. This is the absolute most space this bar can possibly take up and still be compatible with a soft top. Not everybody wants to put a hard top on the car, turn it into a full race car, strip the soft top out, and go that direction. I mean, there are guys who want to do that. They're just building a race car. That's great, but for a lot of us, we want to have the soft top still work. We want it to be a street and a fun track car. This is the bar that makes that really work. There are other bars on the market that you put the top up and down in its range of motion, and if you watch it, there's a half-inch gap, there's a 1-inch gap between everything that's moving and the bar. Every millimeter, I would put it this way, that's fine. Any bar is better than no bar, but if you end up in the unlikely, but hopefully you never have this happen, but if you end up in the event where you've got to test this in the real world, every millimeter that this bar is keeping the ground or other objects away from your head matters. You're going to be really glad that you didn't have something that was a half-inch lower, if that makes the difference between something hitting you in the head and not. So our feeling about it is every millimeter matters. You really want this as high and wide as you can possibly get, and that's exactly what this accomplishes while working with the soft top. Another cool feature is the vinyl covers that they're an optional upgrade, and we sell them separately on the website. It's a really cool detail that the material chosen is actually a really close match to everything else in the interior, so it doesn't look out of place. It installs really easily with just some adhesive backed Velcro. Just stick it on here, but it cleans up all of the holes where the roll bar passes through the plastic, because no matter how meticulous you are when you're doing your install and trimming all the plastic and everything to clear the roll bar tubes, it's not going to look factory finish. You're going to have some sort of rough cut edges. You may have a gap here or there where you're off a little bit. The vinyl makes it possible to just cover all that up. Everything looks nice and clean, nice and finished. They're a really nice upgrade that I just recommend that everybody get, unless it's like a full-on race car and you just don't really care how it looks. You just care about the function. But awesome roll bar. You can find this on goodwinracing.com, and talking about Blackbird Fabworx, we should really talk about another Blackbird Fabworx item. In this car, we've got the Blackbird fire extinguisher bracket and extinguisher kit. This is a really important upgrade, guys. This is not something that everybody thinks of. You know, they think of wheels and roll bar and this and that, but fire extinguisher is kind of the unsung hero if you end up in a situation where you need it. And actually on this car, we did. During testing, we had a small fire and I pulled off track and I got that fire under control. And you know, I know that some people say, oh, well, you know, there's fire extinguishers with the corner workers and this and that. I probably don't need to worry about that. Well, you know, when we pulled off the track, the guy at the corner worker, the corner worker at the station nearest to me had already run off and he was putting out a fire in a Corvette that was a corner away. And so I had nobody coming to help me. That fire extinguisher is the only thing that helped. Well, that fire extinguisher is the only reason that this car is here today. And if you're on the street, you know, safety crews, fire trucks, they're not going to be 30 seconds around the corner. They're going to take 10 minutes to get to you, minimum. Your car is going to be gone by the time they get there. So it's cheap insurance. It ensures that if you have the unfortunate happen, you can quickly react to it. I think that it's a must-have in any car that's going to be driven hard, you know, that's modified. Don't try to rationalize, oh, well, I haven't modified certain parts of the car, I don't think it's going to happen. You know, none of us plan for things like fires to happen. You want to be prepared just in case. It's on our list of things that are really important. The bracket that comes with their kit is really nice. It mounts to the two forward bolts of the seat bracket. So it's a really easy install and it just sort of piggybacks under there. You can get to it with one hand while you're jumping out of the car to react to things. It's a really good package. Now, no mention of Blackbird Fabworx would be complete when we're talking about this car, since we just got back from Super Lap Battle USA at Circuit of the Americas, without talking about a couple of custom parts that they made for us. They made some fancy end plates for us in their same signature Blackbird Fabworx blue for our wing. And up front, we did some front aero with them. Splitter, canards, tire spats. This splitter is actually really simple. This is birch plywood. We really like birch plywood for its cost to rigidity and strength ratio. This is just cut with a jigsaw, and you know, it's 5 inches according to the rules of street class that we were competing in with this car. Blackbird worked with us on making this. It's skinned with fiberglass on top so it doesn't absorb oils or coolant or anything like that. Tire spats to keep the air off of the tires, little end plates also in that signature blue. And then Moti of Blackbird Fabworx even made these canards in the garage between Saturday and Sunday at the track to help get us a little bit more bite because we needed a little more front downforce. So all in all, just really appreciate having Moti there with us, crewing with us. Really appreciate Blackbird Fabworx working with us on this car. And there's a couple of really good items that just about everybody probably wants to have in their NC. You can go on goodwinracing.com, and we've got a contact form on the website. If you've got any questions, want to discuss your car in particular and figure out the right stuff for you, shoot us an email, give us a call. We'll talk you through it and help you out.